Hello, it is week 24, and we're going into the final hour of RollPlay Solum. Neal, we
JP,
enter the town of Draxlore, or something like that.
you guys, after traveling west for a few days, so let's say you all rested. That's one night of rest. Well, that's 1, 2, 3. After 4 days of travel, so everyone gets.
Wait, Neil. Every
Yes?
time I would cast Clear Audience before going to bed on the doors of
Doors
the Lady Felicity building.
Okay. It's pretty quiet. Occasionally, you'll hear some guards talking back and forth about, their days, or about gambling, or about something. It's very uninteresting and very unappealing.
How
After
much have we healed, by the way, Neil, this session?
3 HP. 4 days later is 3 HP. Yeah.
Interesting.
Lots of combat, not very much rest.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. What were you saying, Jen?
All good, never mind.
Okay, cool. You break off out of the wilderness and onto a road. The road is running roughly north and south.
Oh, I got to message you spells. Go ahead. And I won't change them too much because that's lame as shit, Neil.
But you guys are on the road running roughly north and south.
Okay. I assume we just keep going south?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. You keep going south and eventually break into a medium-sized town, kind of out in the open. There's a little bit of farmland around it, but not too much. There seems to be mostly orchards off the road on either side of the road for farmland. And fairly soon you come to this medium-sized town. There's no wall around it, but you do notice that out front, about a half mile before you get to town, is a big sign. And anyone who can read Common knows that this sign says, "Welcome to Breck. Don't bring your problems here. We'll cut your heads off."
Only me and Leah can read, right?
Yes.
I can read.
Yeah, I think everyone except for Victorian can read.
Laugh while you still can, Neil. I'm learning it. I'm halfway there.
I translate for Victorian exactly what it says.
Well, seems like you could come across the problem of not having a head, which is a bit ironic, I think.
It's true. It's a rather odd sign. I don't know why they'd have to be so hostile. Should we move forward?
Mm-hmm.
Are you bringing your problems?
Oh, of course.
Okay. You might lose your head.
It's a possibility that I live with.
Okay. You guys enter the town of Breck. There is no wall around the town, but there are a few guards that stand out front. You notice that there is a constable station, like a small prison area, very near to the entrance of town. It's a small wooden building that has some bars across some of the windows made of iron. Bars are made of iron, not the windows, which lets you know that this is where you'd lock someone up. The two guys standing out front, one of them, it looks to be like a 14-year-old kid, and a young 14-year-old kid at that. He's got a lot of acne. He's kind of short for his size. He looks like he hasn't quite hit puberty yet, or maybe just hit it and hasn't grown yet.
Okay.
And the other guy is a 65-year-old man with a staff. And the two of them eye you guys up and down suspiciously as you enter. And the old man says, "What are you guys doing coming to Breck? With all them weapons, too."
Just on our way to Lake Tasia, friend. Just passing by.
All right, you better make quick time through this town. We don't appreciate newcomers here. He says, tapping his staff in his hand.
Indeed.
I can tell you don't appreciate newcomers, old man. Thank you.
Is that the staff you used to cut their heads off with?
You watch your sass. You may be older than me, but I'm younger than you.
But
And
That is
I'm
actually
younger than both of you.
do you know of the
Extremely
woman
wise.
who could milk cows' tits? Do you know that woman?
No.
Are you
milk cows
related?
with her tits? It's a completely different thing.
You guys bring me any more of my sass, I'll go get the captain of the guard. He'll teach you a lesson.
I don't have any more sass for
We
you,
mean no
sir.
trouble,
That's
friend.
right. You guys better move on out. I don't want to see you in my town tomorrow morning.
This is your
All right.
town?
It's my town. Get. He
I
says.
asked the kid, I say, this is his town?
It's his town. Get out of here.
Daniel, you stop it right now. Sorry, he's an old raccoon. We'll be right back.
I just kind of like very smugly like continue walking by.
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
going to town.
All right. You guys arrive in town. It's all yours.
Is it militarized?
No. It actually looks to be kind of devoid of young men. You actually don't see any young men in town at all as you walk by.
They're all like what? My age?
I mean, you see mostly women walking about and children, and then a couple of older men.
Okay.
I'd say that that sign out there is more bark than bite, judging by the looks of things around
Even
here.
so, let's keep it low, okay? We've had
Oh,
bad luck with towns.
Absolutely.
Did he look like a wizard to me, Neil? With a staff, like old man staff?
Totally.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked like a wizard.
I don't. Just gotta keep to myself. But are we just sleeping here? Is that the goal?
Let's just get a good night's rest. I'm gonna watch the baby. Let's keep rooms close to each other so we can hear each other, and let's just keep it low. Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'll do clairaudience on the town entrance point where we saw the wizard. Or not wizard, but old man.
Okay. While you're staying at the inn.
Yeah, as soon as
Yeah.
we get a room.
You listen around that point and you hear people talking. You hear the wizard talking to the young boy about how to properly play, what is it called?
Quibbage.
No, I was going to say stickball.
Is that Ron Weasley? Is that his name?
No.
Neil, I'll pay for the rooms for everybody. Is it
Okay, it's
like
another 12 silver.
I pay him 1 gold, and I give him a wink and say, the only problem I brought into town is all this gold and nowhere to give it.
12 silver is 1 gold and 2 silver.
I give him 2 gold then.
Okay. Thank you, sir, he says. And he greedily takes the gold from your hands.
Yeah.
From the table. Cool. You guys are unmolested, and the night passes uneventfully. You continue
Another
your
health?
journey the next morning. Oh, yeah, another health.
Okay. Yeah, we continue on, I think.
You guys continue your journey. Another day passes. You get to Binkin. You rest appropriately.
You
And
skip through Breck?
you were in Breck. That was Breck.
Yeah, that was Breck.
Oh, I thought
The
we were in
sign
Drax
said
then.
Breck. It said, "Welcome to Breck." Home of the Breck.
Anyways,
No,
we're
it's
in
cool.
Binkin.
It was a Breck house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys pass through Binkin pretty easily, and pretty soon you find your way on to Vazonex and Woodfield and Engmount. It's not until you get to
How many more healing, by the way?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more HP as
Okay.
you guys arrive in Conale.
Neil, as we walk one night, I'm going to tell to Zenzo, I really want to check out that scroll.
Well, here
And
you
then
go.
I'm going to sit down and use Read Magic on it.
Okay, you cast Read Magic on Zanzo's
Die.
soul. Da, da, da.
Cursorino.
Okay.
When she does that, I like hand her the scroll and then just like walk away. And don't look back.
Okay. You start to read through the scroll, and it is another teleport scroll.
Excellent.
All right, that's it.
Teleport group or teleport person?
Just teleport.
I don't tell Zenzo anything and just go to bed after.
Well, write down the scroll on your character sheet, and Zanzel will remove it from yours.
Done.
Okay. Eventually, you guys get to Conale. Conale is a large-sized town, not quite a city yet. It has a wall that is being constructed around it, made of wood, but it is not done being constructed yet. The town is pretty ordinary in most
On
senses.
sale. Oh, there it is. Okay. Never mind.
Conale, yeah.
Continue.
It seems to be a pretty ordinary town. Not too much going on here.
Now I've got kind of an oddball question here, as I usually do.
Bring it.
With my engineering proficiency, does that allow me to invent new technology?
Not really.
So I couldn't
What are you
invent
looking to
steam?
invent? Are you like trying to invent a steam-powered something?
A steam. Yeah, we'll start basic, but
engine?
something
Is your
that
name
uses
Gabe?
steam.
Secretly?
Gabe Newell.
Gabe transported into the world of Solum and told me.
If
what-
you want to create like a steam engine or something, that sort of thing could be done, but it will require significant amount of time and study and money to like make prototypes and stuff. It's not something that would be
I can't just like theory
do you want
craft it in my head. We have to test stuff.
I mean, sure, you can theory craft it in your head, but I can theory craft, like an airplane in my head. It doesn't mean I can make it. And I know I don't have 19 intelligence like you, but like you need time to actually test out components before you.
But
can...
if I thought about this each night, we could kind of progress forward.
I mean, there's only so much theory until you actually get your hands on materials. Also, the theory crafting is one thing, but you need to like make notes and keep writing down design documents.
It would
in
take a
order
lot
to
of paper and
progress your
stuff.
Theory, yeah. I mean, it would take paper, but then it also takes time because if you're spending like an hour each night thinking about this thing, how many nights would that take you to actually get? Like, if you spend a full day working on a project, you'll that's like 8 hours, 9 hours of work. It'd take you over a week to get that much work done. So if you want to invent like a steam engine or something that's powered by steam, it will take you weeks or months to accomplish.
Understood. Okay. Sorry. We can continue on.
Of course.
I think we just go to the next town.
Okay. Well, I mean, as we're getting into Conale, actually, we got cut off for a moment. It's
we're all
a
the way
pretty
down there,
ordinary
jeez.
town. You guys are walking on through when in the middle of the road there is a woman selling flowers, and she walks right up to you guys on your horses. Victorian with his skull helmet or skull half helmet or whatever, and the rest of the party being imposing and menacing looking. And she asks if you guys would like to buy some flowers from her.
I'm going to
This is
stab her through the
before?
face. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'll roll to hit.
No.
What type of flowers are they, Neil?
So
They
meta.
are daisies.
Are they pretty?
They're pretty. If you're into daisies.
No, thank you, little lady, but I appreciate the offer. There's not enough people giving out flowers in this day and age.
Yeah, I'd buy one and put it in my right ear, like in my hair. That's
Okay.
not there, so I guess I just put it on my earlobe.
I put my
on your
hand
forehead.
on my sword, on
Okay.
the hilt, just tapping it, give it a little
The
tapper.
flowers are 2 copper each.
Okay. How many flowers does she have?
She's got a whole basket full. Would you like to buy them all?
How much?
Do you ask her how much for the basket?
Yeah.
For the basket? That would be... She looks at it. About 100 copper coins.
Is that a gold?
It's a gold.
Yeah. I just buy the basket.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Why are you selling these? Lady?
I don't have any other means of making any money. My husband was killed in the war. My son's joined up with the army, and my farm's been burned to the ground. All I got left is picking flowers and selling them.
I like get down on eye level, and I'm just like, say, are there any?
Dismount from your horse.
Do what?
Dismount from your horse.
Yes.
Okay.
And ask, say, are there any Verasi guards around here?
Well, there's some in town. They have a few stationed here.
I
They
kind
wouldn't
of
let my son stay stationed here. Not that he'd want to.
I look back at Victorian and like make sure he hears that, and then say, how? All right, thank you for your time.
I pull Victorian aside, and I kind of whisper to him. I say, either this lady is here for us to do battle with, or she's here as the holder for that there papoose. I'm thinking possibly
She has a papoose?
no, but we do.
Oh. I know what you're saying. She said she lost her son?
And she has nothing but picking flowers.
Okay. Neil, when we look at her, how old is she and frail, or is she normal?
She looks to be middle-aged, late 30s, early 40s.
Can you roll for hotness for me, Neil, please?
Sure.
Wait, you said little girl. I thought this was like I was
No,
talking her
a
to
woman.
like
That's a woman.
as a child. Shit.
Woman, sorry.
I guess I would still be condescending to someone in their 40s.
You're like, yeah, I'm good at this.
15 hotness.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She rolled 2 6s and a 3.
My horse like rears up. And
I look
kinda-
back at Victoria and I'm like, I already paid her the gold. I'm
said,
invested.
Ma'am, you're kind of in some luck. What do you say we buy a dinner and I ask you about a business proposition of sorts?
I ain't whoring, if that's what you're asking.
Ma'am,
I just go, shit.
ma'am, I would never, ever assume such a thing. If you
Okay.
can't tell, I'm a man of honor.
Just as we're clear. Yeah, I'll take
I
that
would
dinner.
never pay for sex with a woman nearly as beautiful as you. I would have to, I don't know, I would sacrifice to a god maybe, but not pay.
I've done that before. I know what you're talking
But you'll
about.
pay for the ugly ones, she says, as she
No.
starts walking with you guys towards the inn.
Okay, this is not going. Yes, let's go get dinner. So we go into the tavern or whatever.
Okay. You guys sit down. The tavern, well, the inn/tavern
Yeah.
is pretty. What's the opposite of crowded? Sparse tonight.
Sure.
There's not too many people about. The woman that you guys are with, who introduces herself as Helen, says, "Well, most of the folk have gone and left the town. Not a lot of men left around here. Most of them been picked up by the army to go off fight some war somewhere way away from here. Been a lot of hassles coming through lately. Apparently, there's a group of travelers," she says, and pauses like mid-bite, looking at you guys.
I just kind of.
That's supposed to be murdering people coming through town. This meal is really good, but I should go. My sister might wonder where I was.
Well, hang on, Helen. The stories you've heard are incorrect. We are that group. I know that you recognize us, but please, just finish the meal. You're in no harm at all. You're in the middle of a city. The stories are untrue. Allow me to tell you our tale.
She nods.
Is that okay? You're not a prisoner. If you want to go, you can, but I do have... We need your help, basically, and I'd like to ask you for it, and if you want to hear the story, you're free to go afterwards, one way or the other.
She nods, but she stops eating.
Okay. I lean into Leah, by the way, and whisper, like, please do what you can to get in her head. Hear her thoughts. Is that possible?
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for like 30 seconds and then I'm gonna say, "Excuse me, guys," and then I'm gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
I
And
whisper
as
over
she
the
does
table,
that, I regale
problems.
her with the tales of our journey. And I guess in our travels at some point, probably Tariq would have been pretty... When he told the story about how he tried to recruit the woman that he just ended up having sex with, I too am just kind of honest with her and say, look, we have a very important child with us. We're being hounded by Verasi, but we're very capable of protecting. But this baby needs a mother, and we need someone to watch after it, that kind of thing.
So, the story's about you butchering people and cutting them in pieces and burning them alive?
Those were Verasi warriors who had just got done raping and pillaging and, in general, enslaving all the people in this land. I have never killed... I have almost never killed an innocent.
I remember you killing that.
I kicked Sanzel under the table. Look, we've done some wrong things, but I have never butchered innocent people. I don't.
I mean, back in the other town, you did the chopping of the blacks.
No, I did not kill the blacksmith, and you weren't there anyways.
You might have told him. Maybe.
I didn't kill the blacksmith, though. I didn't.
That's true.
It was just Verasi guards.
He's a gentle soul.
I
And
hesitate
he's-
because I did chuck a spear at a boy that stole. We don't need to tell that story. I don't think I killed anybody else, though. I think he's been pretty good.
Okay. Leah.
ESPN!
ESPN it? Alright, so you turn on ESPN,
Da-da-da.
and
What do I hear on the channel, Leo?
I like from underneath her door, you can hear that. Dun-dun-dun.
on ESPN 2, you hear, oh my god, am I gonna
Skip
die?
Bayless there? Oh,
Am I gonna die? I don't know. They seem pretty nice. He's got soft eyes. I don't know. This is really sketchy. I could get myself in a lot of trouble. I don't know if it's worth it. This sounds like they need help. No, what are you talking about? You're gonna die. You don't really have much to live for anyway. I don't. And then you hear your door open, Leah.
Oh shit! I stop and then I.
It's a
stand up.
displacer beast.
Don't go in the dark.
It's got Joffrey's face on one of its tentacles.
It must be the wind or something because there's no one at the door.
I think immediately that it's Lady Felicity, and I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay, roll for initiative.
Invisibility batter.
Roll
You both
for
are missing over and
initiative.
over again. Do you get winded? Kind of.
Let me look up.
Lady Felicity says, why don't we settle this in bed? Leah says, sure.
4. Ha!
Oh, you go first, Leah.
Yeah, motherfucker! I cast invisibility, and I'm gonna throw something, and then try to get the fuck out.
Okay, so you are invisible. Poof! That's all you can do for this round.
Well, I move a bit.
You're invisible. You throw something. You become uninvisible after making an attack.
Here.
What do you do now?
No!
Shut up, Ryan! Why would you spoil that? That's exactly what was going to happen. What the
No.
fuck, Ryan? What the fuck?
Throwing something in a non-aggressive way must not be an attack. It makes no sense.
All you can hear is the light.
Ryan!
Or
She was
I
going to
did- I
walk
did-
into her own
I
trap.
did-
What are you doing, bro?
I thought it was gonna happen.
I know it was going to happen.
It
Why'd
was
you
not
stop
gonna
her?
happen.
My bad,
Throwing
my bad.
something is not.
Ryan!
Throwing something is not an attack if you're not trying to attack someone. This makes no
Ryan,
sense.
as far
That's
as I'm
fucking-
concerned, he just
like,
voted for
is
Al
this an
Capone.
attack
What
to
the
you?
fuck?
Is this an attack to you? Like, come on. It's not an attack.
Jen wouldn't do something silly like forget that dispels invisibility. She meant to throw an object in the room in like a fun, playful way. You know, like a take
Well-
this book anywhere.
Like
And
a
then just-
decoy.
A decoy from an invisible person.
All right, just let her.
All right,
throw-
somebody just turned invisible, but I'm also curious, why is that book falling off the shelf right now?
Jim, don't let my words affect your actions. Do what you were gonna do.
Oh, thanks, guys.
My bad.
So Jen, you're invisible. On your turn, after your turn, you are clearly paying attention, and you don't see or hear anything.
Actually, you know what? I will move like one step like to the left or something, just to a different spot, and I won't move either.
So you're
Honestly,
standing there.
things happen.
The most
And
I'm
then-
trying to listen
It hits
for
the-
any noise. And by the way, I have the freaking boots of sneakiness, so they can't know I'm moving.
You have boots of sneakiness.
Elven kind of.
You have boots of elven kind.
Yeah.
Send me your character sheet.
I sent it to you like last week after
No,
just
you
like,
didn't.
Hang on.
You
Yeah, I
sent
did.
wrong
Did you
character
send them the
sheet.
one
Never
where you
sent
put
me
the-
Leah.
Did you send the one where you added the boots on there?
Yeah.
No,
She
she
hasn't-
sent me her misclicks character sheet, not her roleplay character sheet.
Well, she
Okay,
added
yeah.
boots on it
Stuff.
after she sent you that. So
No, you gave it to me at the beginning alongside the scrolls and all that shit.
Okay, but I still need your character sheet anyway, just because I don't. Okay, so next round you can roll initiative and pick your action.
I would just move a little bit again, but I'm sneaky with my boots and try to crouch in a corner and see if anyone does anything. Could I cast Detect Magic and not become visible, since it's not an attack?
If you cast a spell, you
Ah.
break invisibility.
Well, what's my initiative for not doing anything? Well, I guess defensive posture. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll for initiative. Just a D10 then.
3.
Nothing happens, and not downstairs because this is all on the same level, but in the common room, a voice is heard, and it says, "Victorian." It's a feminine voice. "What do you think your grandfather would say about you today? I don't think he'd be too happy."
Helen, this is the voice of an absolute bitch who's been following us for a little while now. I've tried to kill her a couple of times, but she just... Lady Felicity, if you want to talk, just sit down with us.
As for you, Tariq, do you really think the Templar escaped our notice? Silly little boys running around thinking they're doing God's will. Even as we speak, my men are moving into position. I am afraid your order of Templars will not be long for this world. As for your little friend Leah, well, she's managed to escape me for now, but I'm not done with her yet.
I did it!
And Zanzil.
And as she
You
says
old
that, she
man.
breaks out of invisibility.
Zanzil, you are a mystery.
Hi.
do you come?
You are amazing.
I don't have any qualms with you in particular.
I don't have any
Quite
calls with
the
you.
contrary, I'm quite interested in with you.
If you show yourself, we'll be best friends right now.
What would it take for you to switch sides in this endeavor? I quite like the mystery surrounding you.
If you can find Fix, we'll be best friends.
You tell me who Fix is, and I can find him. I can find anyone.
You show yourself, and we'll do just that.
Helen, look, this job interview's not done. Okay, just sit tight.
You guys are all still sitting down at your table, I take it?
I'm kind of standing up now and
Yeah, I'm also
hefting my
standing up.
spear.
Okay.
Trying to track where the voice is, I think what Victorian would do.
Leah, you can hear this conversation, or parts of this conversation, coming from your room. Well, when you're in your room, you can hear parts of this conversation. Do you do anything, Leah?
I'm gonna guess ESP where I think she is.
Yes, Pierre.
You already had ESP cast.
Ah, shit! Wait! What? Wait. It wasn't that AoE? What if she entered it? Can I detect her ESP?
You can start moving it around looking for her.
Yeah, doing that.
Okay, cool. You're starting to search for her. The rest of the party, you are...
Like I said, I'm scanning the room, looking for where this voice is coming from, any kind of danger. I've got my spear.
Originally, it seemed to be coming from the area where the bedrooms are, but when it kept like it would pause, and then when it started again, it would be in a slightly different place. And when it started again, it would be in a slightly different place. And
Nope.
you definitely did not hear any movement in between. Yes, JP.
Do I remember the 2 command words
Yeah.
in their exact mention?
I
You're
did
not-
tell it to him.
Give me an intelligence check at -5.
Why?
Because he heard these 2 command words that I think Jen told him like 5 days ago,
Yeah.
6 days ago, and she just mentioned him once.
-5?
Yeah, it's been 5 days, and it was
I
kind of-
actually wrote down the command words and I remember them.
What are
No.
they?
It's like Hist, Sarana, and Charnas, something like that.
you
So
can
no, it
say those
isn't.
if you want. Then Tariq,
I'll say them out loud.
right now.
Well,
I mean, that's kind of metagamey, but...
Well, if I heard what she was saying, then I would say like those are command words. Or can I do? I don't know.
We
I don't
discussed
wanna
it.
meta-
We talked about it, but as far as him writing it down, I mean, he actually did. So I guess
he
his
wouldn't know what
character
I'm thinking. He wouldn't just be like, spaghetti beans!
I probably wouldn't yell it out. You're right.
So no,
I'll roll.
I think
Well,
you
he
sit
would
out
have
this
heard
one.
it though. He would have heard it.
Yes, that
I said
part's
it instead
fine,
of
but
everyone.
this is metagaming for him to be like, I'll do it now.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I think,
I'm going to
I
roll.
won't- I
I'm
won't
going to
say
roll to
anything.
see if I
Give
remember.
me an
Quiet.
intelligence check at -5 to see if you can remember the words.
19. Fuck.
Oh, just shy. No,
Okay.
you do not remember
Okay.
them.
It
Is
just
there
has a word that is similar to it.
is there pen and paper on the table in front of us?
No, you have pen
It's
and paper
rare.
in your bag.
It's rare.
Is there a knife on the table?
Yeah.
Is the table made of dark
yeah,
wood?
You each have knives that you're eating your food with.
Is the
So
table
what?
made of dark wood?
Dark wood?
Like if I wrote in the table with the knife, would Tariq be able to read it?
Sure.
All right. I want to just write on the... I mean, I guess she's going to see me do this, but I'm just going to write on the table command.
You start carving the word command.
Yeah, I just...
table.
I just grab the knife and I just... It's like that kid that loves coloring. That's me right now, but I'm writing command on it.
Okay. The voice picks up again, this time on the other side of the room, and it says, well, well, boys, you're going to give me that baby, which is where exactly?
I think, yes, I did put it up your ass. I think the baby is inside of your a-hole.
Indeed.
We could have done so many things together, Victorian. But
I
don't
doubt
worry,
hate sex.
you're never
Still
going to make
fine.
it home.
How much would you cost for a night, Miss Felicity?
Her invisibility is broken as she leaps at you with a sword in one hand and a dagger in the other hand, Zanzel.
Can we
You
do
have succeeded
initiative?
in pissing her off. She gets some...
Neil,
As
no
she was-
ESP?
attack
Neil, I
first.
told you I was preparing and trying to track her voice. She spoke just before this, so you got to give me something here, man.
Yeah, she's leaping at Zanzel. I would say that...
I know.
you-
What I'm
Zanzel's
saying
no
is, if I'm
farther
ready
than-
and hear her voice within leaping distance, I'm zeroing in on that. You can't be in a room with
I
me,
will
invisible or
give you,
not.
I will give you an attack after she gets her attack off, because she's coming from pure invisibility to attack
My
you.
action is to try to block. I would leap out to try to block for Zanzel.
Do I get an action in all this?
You know, what I'm
I'll
lawyering
give
here
you
is
a
if I said like
Initiative.
nothing, we're just talking, that's fine. But I told you I'm tracking her voice, trying to find her.
You're up there alerting and aware, but she's still like completely invisible. So for her, she's just kind of like standing. She like says something, moves a little bit, and then she's standing next to Zanzel when she makes her 2 attacks. And starting the attack is what breaks the invisibility. So if you can beat her initiatives by like 2, I'll say that you can see her break her invisibility and get an attack off at the exact same time, which
Okay.
will theoretically beat her. But she does have the advantage of being invisible at the moment.
You're the master. If that's what you're saying, that's fine. I'll take it.
With ESPN, did I hear anything or did it do nothing?
No.
Well, then I would have stopped and I would have slowly.
Neil,
went
that's another good
downstairs.
argument though. We're still sitting at the table. She has ESPN casted on that table because she was going
She's
after
in a
Helen.
room for her, yeah. But I rolled a couple of checks for her, and she did not find her.
Okay, so I was then after not finding her, like seeing that my spell is wearing off, I would head downstairs.
Okay,
Invisible.
but before any of
It's the
this, we gotta do initiative to see if I'm
Yeah.
about to die.
Jeff, give me a quick initiative roll. No,
12.
no.
Do
she
I
still
get
goes.
any reaction?
You're carving a name into the table.
I have a knife in my hand.
Yeah, she gets her attack off before you do, though.
Okay.
So first attack. 3. That is 14. What's your armor class?
I mean, I have 10, so.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a hit. And give me a poison save, Zanzel.
20. What is poison? Fail.
Fail. You take 10, 12. You take 15 damage from her rusty short sword that
Okay.
she runs through your shoulder.
All right.
And then her second attack.
Turn the
that's her
cams back on. But
Blackbone dagger. Oh, motherfucker.
What?
She
It's
rolls
good, we're good.
1 on her dagger attack. passes
Roll for that fail.
death. Her dagger comes down right next to you into the chair handle that you're sitting on.
Can I make an action?
At the back.
Well, now it's
Um,
initiative.
I'll let Victorian. Victorian was poised,
Okay.
ready to attack. So I'll let
So
Victorian.
she has her
attack.
back to me then, right?
You're all sitting around the table. She was coming from his Zanzel's back. So if you're standing up at the table, her front would be to you, since he's like beside you.
Hmm.
Because you're all
came
around the same
behind
table.
as well, huh? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she positioned herself intelligently.
Let me think. So this is an attack of opportunity because I'm
No, this is just a
Prepared.
normal everyday attack round.
okay. I will. I guess I just had my spear ready, so I just thrust phallus at her.
Roll the hit.
Yeah. If you do a strength, if you go to grapple with someone,
It's a post strength, right?
is it just if I try to just hold her, would she be stabbing at me, or does that just debilitate her attacks?
So if you try to grab her, she'll get an attack of opportunity against you because she's got a weapon in her hand. Regardless of how that plays out, if you get a hold on her, if you like make a successful attack roll to grab her, then you make a strength check. If you are a post strength check, if you beat her post strength check, you guys are considered grappled. And kind of depending on what you're going for, like if you're going for her hands, then you'll grapple her hands. If you try to like get her in a bear hug, then you'll bear hug her. It kind of depends on how it plays out exactly.
And then do we just do a post strength checks after that, or does she get to attack normally and stuff?
If you're grabbing her wrists so she can't use her hands, then she can't really attack you. But if you bear hug her, then she might be able to like make attacks at you from the sides or whatever, with penalties. If you're like holding her shoulders in like a judo or a jujitsu grab, like you're about to throw her or tackle her, she'll probably have a better chance to hit you than normally. So it really kind of depends on the exact position of the grapple and what you're going for.
Okay, so Tariq, you were standing up with me, right? You're not necessarily going to get an attack here. That's up to Neil, I guess. But you were doing what I was doing. You're preparing
When
for
I
battle,
heard
right?
her voice, I was ready to fight.
Neil, I'm going to grab her hands.
All right, she gets an attack of opportunity at you as you go to grab her hands.
And then we do initiative, right?
Yeah, because this is his turn. So, shit. Her rusty sword grazes your armor, but does not hurt you. Give me an attack roll, Jeff. D20 plus 6. Just a base melee attack roll. 9. You go to grab her, and she dances out of the way. And you now we roll initiative for everyone. And if you have boss music,
10.
this is the time to play it.
Oh, every time I try to grab someone, my epic rolling fails every time. The game's like, no, Jeff, you grab nobody ever.
Can I come downstairs near?
Remember the priest on the boat when I'm
yeah.
like, well, I fucking throw him in the ocean, and you're like, all right, make a roll to attack, and I'm like, ah.
What the fuck is this spell?
He said yes.
There's fighting going on, so you can come out of your bedroom.
Okay, I'm going out of the bedroom. And I would try to place myself in an angle that Felicity doesn't see me.
Well, you're
And
invisible,
cast...
so
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
but when I appear.
okay.
And then cast light in her eyes. Do I need to see her eyes, or is it fine if I just see the back of her head?
To cast light, you need to be able to see her eyes.
Okay, then I'll go to the corner and cast it.
So you are moving into the room to. Okay, cool. I got it all.
Yeah, but it would have the effect of surprise. I don't know if it changes anything to this.
Yeah, that'll give her a slight penalty to her saving throw.
Light.
Sorry, I haven't rolled yet. I'm looking up this fucking spell and I can't find it. Is it a 3? There it is. Oh, Jesus, that's bad. Fuck. 10.
Okay. So everyone starts getting to their feet. Weapons are being drawn all around where they weren't drawn already. And she makes a dive, not a dive, but she takes a step towards the menacing, imposing Tariq and gives you a charming smile, just like the most heartwarming, beautiful smile you've ever seen, really. She's, as I said before, she has a
She walks
hotness.
past me towards Tariq.
I mean, you made like a grab for her, and she moved out of the way at that point in time. So like you kind of moved past her as you missed, right? So then she turns to Tariq and makes a stab with her rusty short sword at you. For what is your armor class? No, it's not 13, is it?
It's 20.
20, 19, 22 with shield, 24 versus missile, plus 1 from cloak, so it's 20.
20.
20. All right. So she misses with her rusty short sword. Her black bone dagger comes screaming out of the sky at you and hits.
Not the dagger! I yell.
Now you guys care about it, huh?
Crits.
Yeah.
Actually. What's your armor class against melee, Tariq? Is it 20?
20, yeah.
20.
20? Okay. She rolls a... She double crits you with her dagger.
Good lord.
1,
Like 4 damage.
2...
Yeah, but
It's not the damage.
4
you have to be worried about.
permanent damage.
Son of a bitch.
The effects.
6, 7, 8... 13 damage.
Ryan loses a level.
No. It's not. You don't lose a level, but your maximum HP is reduced by 13.
There's no protection.
Oh shit!
Insane!
There's no protection.
No, not your maximum HP just drops by 13.
Wow.
You are at 44 HP, Tariq. Is your max.
But I'm full HP, right? I'm actually full.
You're at full
You're
HP.
full, you're full HP.
Okay.
Look at Ryan making that into a.
Also, give me a saving throw versus death, Ryan.
This is bullshit. All right. Oh.
Yeah, she rolled really, really well, and she critical you.
Did not
Fine.
pass. Did not pass.
Rolls a 6 for severity and a 9 for location.
Jesus.
Yeah, she only rolls a d6, and she rolled a 6.
This is worse than the level, I think, that one time. This is worse than that.
The level was hilarious, though, because it was so casual. We were so unafraid. And it's just like, Ryan, you lose 1 level. And you just go, what?
It's shocking, man.
I still...
Hand injured, -2. This is your right hand. Hand injured, -2 penalties to attacks. / shield dropped. You don't have a shield, so you just have a penalty of 2 to attack until you can heal up your hand.
Okay.
Tariq. Is next in the initiative order.
Wait, why is
next?
chat just
I
spamming
didn't
dagger
roll
and
anything
chair?
for the light spell.
Why didn't you roll initiative?
Well, because I told you I wanted to go downstairs, sneak, and then light, but
Wait,
you
didn't
didn't
she
tell me to
fumble that-
roll ever.
Hold on.
Neal, you dropped that dagger with the
Didn't
1.
you fumble it? You rolled a 1 when you went to attack me.
No. She she critical fumbled, she stabbed it into the chair. It didn't get stuck. She passed her save versus death, so it didn't fumble out of her hand.
Okay. I don't care. I'm just. I mean, Ryan might
Alright.
care, but I'm just explaining for chat so they stop freaking out.
Yeah. No, she passed her save versus death on that. Jen, you should have rolled initiative to cast your spell. We'll just put you at the end of the initiative pattern.
So we're at 10.
10 would be Zanzil and Victarion at the same time.
Can you give me a save or spell?
Give you a save versus spell?
Roll a save or spell for her.
Oh, what are you casting?
Just roll the save.
No, what are you casting?
Just roll a save, man.
What are you casting?
I'm asking you to roll a save. Can't you just help brother out?
I can roll all sorts of things, but it really depends on what you're casting here.
I'm doing.
It won't change what my roll is, but I need to know what you're doing.
I'm polymorph other.
What are you polymorphing her into?
Did she fail?
I haven't rolled it yet. Oh, I'm just looking at her saving throw versus spell. What are you trying to polymorph her into?
I'll let you know if the spell passes.
No, you tell me before the spell passes. I will roll it in roll 20 if you're afraid of me cheating.
I would love it if you rolled in.
Yeah,
roll
I'll roll it
20.
in roll 20.
What
But
if-
you tell me what you're
Sorry,
trying to
buddy.
polymorph her
Can
into.
I know what she has to hit?
No.
Well,
Dragon.
then, why the fuck do I care? We're polymorph other into a duck.
You're changing her into a duck.
A mighty duck.
6.
Fail.
Fail, Neil.
She starts to twist and turn
Neil,
and
the
starts
second
shouting at you in another language.
Neil, the second she does this, I fucking grab the duck's neck and just rip it apart.
What do we call it? A system shock check. Fuck you and your polymorph other, you jackass. Never giving you that spell. Anyone ever that spell again.
Hey man, you don't fucking try to kill me and then not expect you to bring out the big bucks.
Her system shock is 55.
That's a pass, probably.
I'll say, how about the ducks too?
82. She dies.
Are you serious?
Hold on. There's got to be something in here that will let me get past this. Hold on.
And
Holy
only
shit.
Ryan was permanently injured.
The
that
polymorph
day.
other spell is a powerful magic. Completely alters the ability from personality. Recipient, of course, well, the creature of lower intelligence.
Hashtag ducked, man.
Hold on. There's got to be something in here. What? Give me a sec, guys.
All right, you got a
We'll
sec.
see you guys
Shit
next
out of
week, right?
this.
Should we
He's
start
got
doing
time.
shout-outs? Or...
I'm gonna.
Go to
I feel like I can
Dagger of dying.
just do my shout-outs right now, and then we can...
Hello, magic
You know what, though?
dying.
If Neil doesn't find something, what I love is just before she died, she lowered Ryan's health by 13 forever.
Yeah, like-
Just like
Before I die, fuck you forever! And your hand!
Oh my god.
this game is so, like, every time. Because that's what the Mist Dragon did, too. It's like, you know what? I'm going to die, but
But
let
Ryan,
me take
Oh,
out
shit.
Ryan first.
She criticaled you with the dagger. That hand wound will never heal.
Me or Ryu?
Ryan.
feels like I can't save my guy, but fuck your hand!
Fuck your hand, Ryan.
What do you mean it won't ever get healed?
No, that the idea behind her dagger is that it causes damage that does not heal, which
She's at
your party
minus
has
2 as
advanced
well.
knowledge of.
He's at -2 attacks as well.
With his whatever hand that was.
Right
that,
hand.
Right hand? Yeah, your right hand has -2 hit.
Become left
My
hand.
God.
Two-handed sword.
Since you're using a two-handed weapon, Ryan, I'll let you reduce that by half, considering it takes 2 hands to wield. So I'll say -1 if you're using your weapon with 2 hands, but if you're using a one-handed weapon, -2 with your right hand permanently.
Can I pull a Jamie Lannister though, and just
Just cut it off.
Hey, no, I can just.
no get?
Hey,
get
I
a
got
gold-
engineering. I got you.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
good.
We good.
Fuck, man, she's dead. I can't lawyer this.